Welcome back to the Impact Arena, just north of Bangkok. 5 super matches already today. The last day of the group matches, the last chance for players to qualify for the semi-final knockout stage. Well, that's what's happened so far, and as I say, some excellent matches, and we've got some terrific matches coming up. And next on court will be women's singles, and Pornpawee Chochuwong, who's had 2 previous matches. She's already qualified for the knockout stage. She's up against a former winner of the end-of-year championships, Pusarla Sindhu of India. After that, we'll have men's singles and Anders Antonsson against Wang Suwei. Now, they've both won both of their previous matches, so they're both in the semi-final, but they'll be eager to top the group with the thought that they will avoid Victor Axelsen, assuming he tops his group. That, of course, is our second to last match there. After the first of the men's singles there, we will turn our attention to women's singles, and both have won 1 match and lost 1 match. So it's a straight playoff. Who will qualify for the semi-final stage? Will it be the current world number 1, Tai Su Ying, or will it be the former world number 1, Ratchanok Intanon? Then men's singles, and as I was saying, Victor Axelsen, if he tops his group, then the other 2 will be awfully anxious to avoid him at the semi-final knockout stage. Axelsen's been in terrific form this year, 5 finals from 6 tournaments played, including winning the Super 1000 Slam, all 3 Super 1000 events. He's up against Cho Tien Chen, the number 3 seed, but current world number 2. Then we finish with mixed doubles, and the number 1 seeds, Marcus Ellis and Lauren Smith from England, are up against Puavranukro and Tei Ratanachai, the Thai pair who have won the last 2 tournaments in the last 2 weeks. And we don't know how that's going to pan out until the other match in this group is completed. Well, there you can see that Group B, Pornpawee Chochuwong played 2, won 2, so she's already qualified. Pusarla Sindhu played 2, lost 2. But the 2 other players, who we will see later on, are playing off for who will qualify along with Pornpawee Chochuwong. But I think it's very, very important that Pusarla Sindhu, who herself was a former winner of the end-of-season championships, that was in 2018, and also reached the final in 2017. She hasn't had the best of tournaments, she hasn't had the best of years, quite frankly, and therefore I think it's important that she wins this encounter. Chochuwong's win-loss record over her career translates into 4 titles from 9 finals contested for Pusarla Sindhu. Her win-loss record translates into 15 titles from contesting 32 finals. So here comes the lady who has already qualified, Pornpawee Chochuwong. What a tournament she's had. Played 2, won 2.
From Belgium.
And for Pusarla Sindhu, making her 5th consecutive appearance at the end-of-season championships, this is to restore a bit of confidence and perhaps a little bit of pride as well. But Chochuwong really has been a sensation this week. This will be the 5th meeting between these 2 players, and of the previous 4, Pusarla Sindhu, as you can see, has won 3 of them, but the last time they met, which was in the second round of the 2019 China Super 1000 event, it was Chochuwong who won in 3 games, just 2 minutes shy of the hour mark in Changzhou. So both these players know their fate as far as progressing or not through to the semi-final is concerned. Chochuwong turned 23 exactly a week ago, last Friday, and she's currently 13 in the world rankings. She moved up to 13 just before the rankings got frozen. making her first appearance at the end-of-season championships. Won the Spain Masters last year, beating Carolina Marin in the final, but look at her results so far. On Wednesday, she beat the number 3 seed Ratchanok Intanon, her idol when she was growing up as a player. 3 games there. Then yesterday beat the number 2 seed, the 4-time finalist and 2-time champion at the end of season championships, Tai Su Ying. Beat her, as you saw, in 2 straight games. So to Pusarla Venkata Sindhu, 25 years of age, born in Secunderabad, just north of Hyderabad. And she went down 1 place to number 7 on the world rankings just before the rankings were frozen. She has been as high as 2, as you can see, a total of 11 weeks across 3 different spells as world number 2. And as I was saying, this is a 5th consecutive appearance at the end of season championships. Now, she lost on Wednesday to Tai Su Ying in 3 games, and then in the battle of the world champions yesterday, of course, Ratchanok Intanon was world champion back in 2013, and Pusarla Venkata Sindhu is the current world champion. She won in 2 straight games.
Ready to play?
Pusarla hasn't actually been in a final since she won the world title in Basel in August 2019. Bert van Horenbeck from Belgium is our umpire, and Huayana from Indonesia, the service judge. So I'm Jill Clark, delighted to welcome Steen Pedersen, and next to me, former head coach of the Danish national team. And looking at the head-to-heads, of course, Pusarla has got the advantage, but the fact that Chochuwong won the last encounter, and given the fact that she's been playing so well in the tournament, I'm not sure the head-to-heads are an indication of form.
No, I think we'll have to at least consider it a 50-50 match. Perhaps even with Chochuwong as a little favourite, given the way she's played in this tournament.
Yeah, I wouldn't disagree with that.
Ladies and gentlemen, on my right, Pornpawee Chochuwong, Thailand. And on my left, Pusarla v Sindhu, India. Pornpawee Chochuwong to serve. Love all. Play.
So Pornpawee Chochuwong getting this last group match for her underway. And the push is wide. I suppose one of the dangers, Steen, is that Chochuwong may relax a little because she's already guaranteed being in the semi-final stage, so she may not be as fired up if this really mattered about qualifying or not.
Yeah, that's a possibility. When you know you're already qualified, you tend to somehow, in the back of your mind, perhaps even unintentionally, relax a little bit extra.
Service over. 2-1.
But on the other hand, if she was not playing today, she would have been practicing anyway, and it's also good exposure for sponsors and so on. So
yeah,
you can hope that she's sort of still trying to prove that the 2 previous days was no fluke.
Yeah, and I think that once you've got momentum, you want to try and keep that momentum going, don't you? So, you know, the more you play, the more you win. And that was perfect placement of her round the head clear there. Then the more you feel confident about the next match you've got to play. Well, Pusarla, one of only 2 players at the start of this tournament who had contested an end-of-season championship final. They're both she and Tai Su Ying in the same group, Group B, and they've both won the World Tour finals, or the Super Series finals as it used to be called. Yeah, that's well worked.
Service over. 3-all. Yes.
Got herself in a terrible muddle there, didn't she, PV Sindhu?
Yeah.
Service over. 4-3. Service over. 4-all.
It's a good shot.
5-4.
Once you get that much time on the backcourt, PV Sindhu has really got a good attack.
Oh, that's a great shot. That's lovely.
6-4. Seven, 4. Pusarla? Shuttle? That's okay.
Yeah, Pornpawee wanted the shuttle changed. Pusarla said no. Quick glimpse there of Park Tae-sang, coaching in India now.
Service over. 5-7.
That's not really good. I mean, there's a little disguise, but it's a regular shot from Chochuwong to the front court there. You'd expect the world champion to be able to get to it.
Well, I saw that as instinct.
Yeah,
Chochuwong's challenging.
I did too with my poor eyesight. I have to say I agree with it's best for me just to agree with you, Jill, because then I can always blame you if I'm wrong.
Well done, line judge.
Unsuccessful. 1 challenge remaining. Service over. 8-5. Late. Nine, 5. Service over. 6-9.
Of course, Steen we were watching Tai Su Ying in her match yesterday against Chochuwong, and we were slightly concerned as to whether there was maybe a slight injury to Tai Su Ying. I've been telling everyone that Chochuwong has definitely qualified. If there was a scenario where Tai Su Ying was to pull out injured, that could change, couldn't it?
That's the mean plot, where in order to be absolutely certain, then Chochuwong must win a game here, because if she loses this match in straight games, and afterwards, for some reason, Tai Su Ying cannot finish her match against Ratchanok Intanon, then Chochuwong will actually be out of the tournament.
Yeah.
It's a very mean, subtle plot that we hope is not in any way coming into effect, but the easiest way to avoid it is to win a game.
Yeah, because if a player pulls out from the group stage, all of their matches become null and void. So Chochuwong's win over Tai Su Ying doesn't count towards her final standing.
And she beat her in straight games.
Yeah.
But only beat Ratchanok in
3 games.
3 games. So if she loses in
9-10
straight games here,
then it's a problem.
Then it's a problem. So if that scenario happened, then Ratchanok would win the group and Sindhu would qualify as runner-up in this group. But she would need to win in straight games.
11-9.
Yeah.
Interval.
Well, to the mid-game interval, it's a 2-point advantage to the reigning world champion, Pusarla Sindhu.
Then to make crosses very continuous, very difficult. So now how was this play? If you hit it wrong, okay, last 8 point also back. So I told you, hitting to you have good touch to backhand, toss and lift again. No problem. People only one step. Okay, I mean no move there. One step move, one step move. Stay. อะไรต่อก็ได้นะโอเวอร์เทสดีกว่า
11-9. Late.
Yeah, it's a good angle on the attack. And that's the thing, Steen. I mean, when we watched her in the final of the World Championships in Basel in 2019, I think the thing that struck me with Pusarla Sindhu was her attacking play. And yet we haven't really seen anything like that form that took her to the gold medal really since.
No, we haven't. We haven't.
That's a lovely shot, though. That is perfect placement.
13-9.
When you win, everybody becomes focused on you. That goes both for opponents, but also for other people, and you become a success story, and the opponents figure out what can we do to win against the world champion, and it's different to try and beat PV Sindhu and to try and beat the world champion. Even if it's the same player, a week apart, a week before Basel she was PV Sindhu, but after Basel she was the world champion PV Sindhu, and other players sort of grit their teeth just a little bit more, try to get a win. So things become a little bit more difficult.
Oh, that's perfect. Well, now she's challenging that. I saw that as in.
Yeah. And then, of course, there's the attention from other people that has landed in.
Challenge unsuccessful. One
Yes.
challenge
I saw
remaining.
once, it was in a book. I think
11,
actually you
13.
contributed to the book. I think it was a female round the world sailor who was asked to give some advice, and she said that at some point I had to figure out whether I wanted to be the best sailor or I wanted to attend all possible receptions and function meetings and so on. So in order to be the same sailor that is successful, you have to say no to some of these invitations that you eventually will get when you become a celebrity.
Yes, and for the record, that was Ellen MacArthur.
That was Ellen
14-12.
MacArthur, yeah. And we've seen it also with Marin after winning the Olympics in 16. She had trouble finding the motivation, getting refocused. The goal had been the Olympics. Now it was achieved, and so what? But now, so it's not so easy.
Good net shot from
Service
Chochuwong.
over. 13-14.
I've thought over the last couple of days, we've had the pleasure of watching Chochuwong, and I think that her skill level and her deception has increased from a year ago or so.
Yeah.
Of course, we haven't seen much badminton over the last year, but so maybe it's 18 months or 2 years. But
I think she really took confidence from the victory she got against Marin in Barcelona.
yeah,
And sort of convinced her that she was on the right track. 2 matches that we've seen her in here, she's been more steady than her opponents. She has good technical skills, has a good reach.
14-0.
Not moving as fast as Tai Su Ying or, for that matter, Ratchanok. So, but good quality in the shots and ability to play deceptions.
yeah.
And also make the defensive work, as we see here. So, I'd say that she's flown a little bit under the radar until this tournament here, because I mean, just a little increase in pace will make a lot of difference for her playing strength.
Yeah. So into the lead.
Total miss hit
Service
there.
over. 15-0.
Yeah, that's a super angle.
Service over.
It's just sort of a clip with the racket head, isn't it?
15.
Watch this. There's no real follow through. It's almost like a rebound action.
It's a beautiful
Look at
shot.
that.
Yeah.
Super.
And she has the same rebound action sometimes in her clears. We saw it especially yesterday, and that makes it really hard for the opponents to judge the direction of the shot. Right. Ooh,
That was wide too. But that's
well placed.
That's a very well
Service
placed
over.
shot. Yeah, in fact, PV Sindhu turning to her coach and
16-0.
pointing to the back line or the sideline, saying, was that going out? Well, we both thought it was going out. So 16 all.
Seventeen, 16. 18-16. Serves over. 17-18.
Good shot.
Yeah, that's a beauty.
And both players have
Serves over.
challenges on the front court at the moment.
19-17.
It's a very nice shot from Sindhu.
Oh, she was there.
Serves over.
Just completely mistimed the
18-19.
defence. Well, each point at this stage of the game so precious. Good rally. Oh my goodness, got the net cord. Brilliant. Yes, that's well played by PV Sindhu.
20. Game point 18.
Best rally of the match so far, in my opinion, and at the highest pace.
Yeah, the key taking it early at the net. She got the options. So it's 2 game point opportunities for Pusarla Venkata Sindhu. Oh, that's a magical shot.
First game
Finds
won
the
by
line.
Pusarla v Sindhu.
And Pusarla Venkata Sindhu has
21-18.
taken the opening game, 21-18. Plumb on the line. Oh my goodness. She couldn't have walked over there and placed that any better. Opening game, 21-18 in 21 minutes.
Wow. Service? Okay, confused. This is very difficult. Okay, just no sharp. No need sharp. Just easy then, rally then. Better, getting better. No. Every time.
ขึ้นลูกเป็นฝ่ายควบคุมบางจังหวะแรงบ้างแรงให้เขาแหยงนะแต่ถ้าไม่มีเอาลงเคาะลงตัดลงนะแล้วค่อยๆจี้ข้างหน้าดึงดีแล้วนะแต่บางทีเราดึงแหลมใบพอดีมือ
ยาว
ตอนนี้คือเอ็มแรกที่คือเราตีติดมือเขาตีเขาพอดีคำมือเขา แค่นี่ละเอียดเพิ่มขึ้นนิดนึงในการออกลูกนะดึงเข้ามาข้างหน้าได้ดึงข้างหน้าเขาก็ไม่มีอะไรลูกอันตรายเขาแค่เราออกลูกเขาค้ำพอเขาค้ำปุ๊บเขาได้เลือกเล่นเลยได้ยืนฟันยืนตบยืนเซฟกระชากแล้วเราทำยังไงให้เขาเคลื่อนตัวเคาะปุ๊บตัดปุ๊บออกมาเข้ามาเล่นข้างหน้าบางทีมีเลี้ยวอะไรบ้างไม่ใช่แทง
Second game, low ball, play.
So 1 game to the goods. The reigning world champion, Pusarla Venkata Sindhu. Oh, that's miles long of the back line. Of course, the other thing to take into account here, Steen, is the fact that I'm sure I was talking to Morton about it rather than you last week, and the fact that Pusarla has been training in the United Kingdom, in England, and she's sort of got a point to prove to show all her fans back home that was a right decision. So it's sort of added pressure that she wants to do well, to prove that it was a good thing to do, to change the training environment, do something different.
Well, I think that's a little bit too late following these 3 tournaments, or maybe too early. We'll have to see whether she will get an effect from it
a positive
in the long
effect.
run. But in these 3 tournaments, I mean, she just hasn't played to a good level.
Lost in the first round at the Yonex Thailand Open to Mia Blichfeldt, who herself went on to reach the semi-final, it has to be said, and then last week lost in the quarter-final to Ratchanok Intanon, 13-9.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a great shot.
4-love.
I have to say, if I were in Chochuwong's camp right now, I would be worried. I really would be. I wouldn't like leaving things to chance. If she loses this game here, then she's dependent on Tai Ying being able to play the whole match against Ratchanok Intanon. If she has a small injury
5-love.
or a big injury, even worse, and can't continue the match, then Chochuwong will be out of the tournament. And I mean, normally, I would say, what are the chances of that? How many players do retire throughout a tournament whilst playing? That's very few. But given what we've seen from Tai yesterday, I would have to add some percentages. I don't know how many, but I would have to add to that. I wouldn't be. I wouldn't watch that match and with a calm mind if I were Chochuwong.
No, but I assume they've worked that out. Oh, that's landed in. That's a lovely backhand from
7-love.
PV Sindhu.
Okay for you?
I don't think they have, because then I think there would have been more urgency. Right now, Chochuwong is playing directly into where Sindhu is playing well. She's playing a lot of backcourt. Not challenging enough, in my opinion, on the front court.
Yeah, wrong decision from Pusarla.
1-7.
And there's one thing that's a little bit deceiving in this. I mean, if the match is finished on court between Tai and Ratchet legs are on. Then Chochuwong is number 1 in the group. Then this match is totally indifferent.
Yeah.
Whether she wins or loses, if she loses 21-0 in, she can't do that, but 21-1 here in the second game, it doesn't matter. As long as the match finishes on court, then she's number 1 in the group.
Yeah. The other match in this group, Tai Ying against Ratchanok, as long as that finishes, yes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And this one as well.
Yes, of course.
Unless it's Sindhu who withdraws. Well played.
Yeah, that's good follow-up.
Service over. 9-2.
Good straight smash. Quick follow-up.
Nice little brush there from Sindhu.
Oh, that's a delightful shot.
Service over. 3-9.
Too short.
Now that's casual. She definitely looks to me as if she thinks that her place is secure.
Yeah, that's one thing. The other thing is that Sindhu's doing a good job of getting a lot back to Chochuwong, so she has to work hard for her points. That's what's working.
Reserve 4-10.
So shuttle's a little bit slow, which is something that Sindhu likes. I think Chochuwong likes it as well. It's just when she plays Sindhu, then Sindhu is at least as powerful as this woman here.
So to the mid-game interval, and it's a handsome lead, a 7-point advantage here in the second game, having already taken the first.
Just want to give close man, okay, keep high. Since smash is block, it's never too easy. Lift back, lift. So one block, so one block and next one back, side. Back and side smash, to confidence. Anything is okay. But no gate side.
Court 1, 20 seconds. Court 1, 20 seconds. (11-4). Play.
Oh, that's on the line. Well, there's a challenge here from
Chochuwong.
Chochuwong. I think it was because the line judge initially indicated out with his arms, then changed his mind and called it in. And I thought it was good. Here we go. What does Hawkeye say? Yeah, caught the line.
Challenge unsuccessful. One challenge remaining.
I must have the highest percentage of
12-4.
guessing the Hawkeye decisions
You're having
that
his
I've
so
ever
far best
had
tournament.
in my life.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, that's wild.
Reserve 5-12.
Even missed the doubles court. Yeah, used her height well there.
Service over.
Pusarla.
13-5. Service over. 6-13.
Oh, that's tremendous. Oh, another
Pusarla
challenge.
Sindhu challenges called in.
What was it, Jill? Was it in or out?
It was in.
Challenge unsuccessful. One challenge remaining.
The human
You just-
Hawkeye.
Yes, exactly.
7-13.
Eagle eye, Jill.
Yeah.
Late.
Oh, that's sensational. What a shot.
8.
And there's
13.
glimpses of the way that she's been playing the last 2 days.
Yeah.
Chochuwong. Good shot.
Oh,
Good shot.
yes. Well, they're both playing these disguised fast drops from the back of the court, whether it's the deep forehand corner or
14-8.
around the head. And they've both played some to perfection today.
I can see the headlines. I can see the headlines. World #1 locked in toilet, so she misses match by world champion. How about that?
15-8.
Yeah, I don't see that happening. We'd have a Tonya Harding
Exactly.
incident, wouldn't we?
Harding carrying
Yeah.
badminton. Good shot.
Oh yes, that's well played. Very well played.
16-8.
It's extraordinary that we've got this scenario, though, that if all the players complete all their matches, Chochuwong is #1 in the group. If the other match isn't completed, with Tai Su Ying pulling out, then she doesn't even qualify.
Yeah.
It's over. 9-16.
There's no grey area, is it? It's either end of the spectrum. Top the group or don't qualify.
Yeah.
Ten 16. Yes.
That's a nice defensive shot. driving the shuttle across court. Yeah, that's lovely. Yeah.
Service over.
She's definitely been very purposeful in her attack,
17-10.
Sindhu, isn't she?
Yeah, she's been playing well from the back court especially. Good shot.
Service over. 11-17.
Well, I think she's a little
called
foolhardy to challenge that one.
Challenge unsuccessful. No challenges remaining. Service over. 18-11. Play.
Hafiz Faisal and Gloria Emmanuel Wijaya from Indonesia versus Kok Soon Yin and Tan Siewon Jamie from Malaysia.
Yeah, nicely done. Brushed across the feathers there to keep the shuttle straight.
Emmanuel Kabuizili from Botswana.
Yeah, that's nice.
19-11. Serves over. 12-19.
There's the last twist to this group. If Ratchanok is forced to retire in the match against
13-19.
Tai, then Sindhu will win the group
No.
ahead of Chochuwong, and Tai will be out, even though it would be Ratchanok who is retiring.
Oh, that's perfect.
14-19.
I didn't even look at that scenario. I looked at the scenario of Tai Su Ying maybe not completing her match.
Yeah, so did I, but I just got to think, what if it's the other way around?
Yeah. Well, let's hope that nobody has to retire and that all matches are completed. That's a great push from Sindhu from the net, backhand net, deep into the backhand corner of Chochuwong.
20. Match point 14.
Yep, careful not to touch the net or play it before it had come over. Match point opportunities, 6 of them for Pusarla Venkata Sindhu.
Serves over. 15-20.
And that's it. The first win in the group for Pusarla Venkata Sindhu.
By Pusarla v Sindhu, 21-18, 21-15.
42 minutes for that victory for the reigning world champion. And it looked to me throughout the match, I don't want to take anything away from Sindhu, who played extremely well, and lovely to see her playing well again. But it looked to me as if Chochuwong was absolutely convinced that she was through to the semi-final. I don't think she's considered the scenario of one of her opponents not completing the last group match in Group B. But 21-18, 21-15, the scoreline. And the first win for Sindhu. Next up is men's singles, and it's a playoff for who tops the group. Both players have qualified for the semi-final stage. It's Anna Antonsen, the number 2 seed, against Wang Su-wei of Chinese Taipei.